Greetings and welcome to Speak Up with Morella on Mental Wellness TV. As we come together tonight against this stunning backdrop of serene sea, twinkling lights, and the peaceful island horizon, we invite you to take a moment to breathe in the calm and beauty surrounding us. This tranquil setting reminds us of the importance of grounding ourselves in what truly matters. Today, we will explore a topic deeply important for our mental well-being, what it means to live with dignity, and how we can embrace this through practical solutions and heartfelt strategies for greater mental wellness. Living with dignity is a concept that resonates across cultures and societies, yet it often feels elusive in our fast-paced, pressure-filled world. At its core, dignity refers to the intrinsic worth and respect every human being deserves simply by being human. It encompasses how we see ourselves and how we allow others to treat us. To live with dignity means to uphold our sense of self-respect, to act in ways aligned with our values, and to maintain boundaries that protect our mental and emotional health. The World Health Organization and various human rights organizations emphasize dignity as a foundational element of well-being and social justice, highlighting that violations of dignity are linked to psychological distress, trauma, and social marginalization. In many communities, statistics show a strong connection between perceived loss of dignity and increased rates of depression, anxiety, and feelings of helplessness. Individuals experiencing social exclusion, discrimination, or economic hardship often report a diminished sense of dignity, which negatively affects their mental health. This points to the urgent need for both societal and personal efforts to foster dignity as a pathway to resilience and emotional balance. Living with dignity begins with recognizing that it is not something granted by external factors, but something cultivated from within. It starts by developing self-awareness and self-acceptance. Psychologists and spiritual teachers alike agree that understanding our intrinsic worth independent of achievements, appearance, or social status is the foundation of dignified living. Carl Rogers, one of the founders of humanistic psychology, emphasized unconditional positive regard for oneself as essential for psychological health. When we accept ourselves fully, we create a stable inner base from which we can face life's challenges without losing our sense of worth. One crucial aspect of dignity is the practice of setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect us from being treated in ways that diminish our self-respect. They communicate to others how we wish to be treated, and when upheld consistently, they reinforce our sense of personal integrity. Learning to say no, expressing our needs clearly, and distancing ourselves from toxic environments are all ways we safeguard our dignity. This does not imply selfishness, but rather healthy self-care, which in turn enables us to engage authentically and compassionately with others. Living with dignity also involves acting in alignment with our values. When our actions reflect our deepest principles, whether honesty, kindness, fairness, or courage, we reinforce our self-respect and build inner coherence. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, wrote extensively about finding meaning in suffering and living authentically as ways to preserve dignity even in the most dire circumstances. His work teaches us that dignity is not dependent on external conditions, but on our attitude and choices. To nurture dignity in everyday life, practical steps can be incorporated easily. Mindfulness practices help us stay connected with our feelings and values, allowing us to respond rather than react. Reflective journaling can clarify what dignity means to each of us personally and identify situations where it might be compromised. We can practice assertive communication techniques to express ourselves honestly and respectfully. Engaging in community or spiritual practices that honor human worth and connection also strengthens our sense of dignity by reminding us that we are part of a greater whole. Scientific research supports the connection between dignity, mental health, and well-being. Studies in positive psychology indicate that people who experience a sense of dignity and self-worth report higher life satisfaction and lower levels of stress and depression. Neuroscience reveals that feeling respected and valued activates brain regions associated with reward and emotional regulation. Conversely, experiences of humiliation or disrespect trigger areas related to pain and threat, showing that dignity is not merely an abstract concept, but has tangible effects on our brain and body. Importantly, fostering dignity is also linked to self-care. When we honor our needs and limits, we reduce burnout, enhance resilience, and cultivate a more compassionate inner dialogue. Self-compassion, as studied by Kristen Neff and others, encourages us to treat ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a loved one, which bolsters our dignity and emotional health. Living with dignity does not mean living without difficulties or mistakes. Rather, it means embracing our imperfections with grace and learning from them without losing our self-respect. It requires courage to stand firm in our values, especially when faced with societal pressures or internal doubts. It means choosing respect over resentment, understanding over judgment, and self-care over self-neglect. By doing so, we create a life rooted in authenticity and peace. Here ends our presentation today. We encourage you to send us the topics that concern you and to participate in our upcoming shows. The subjects you raise will be addressed in future episodes. Stay with us daily for a new dose of strength, joy, and inner balance. Finally, we invite you to visit our website and explore the specialized collections we have prepared for every aspect of mental and emotional wellness. Until next time, we invite you to care for one another, but above all, for yourselves. Be well always.